Trump is changing history, literally. Or maybe I should say he is changing what history will reflect, because we still have people who remember the truth, but that won't always be the case. In response to an executive order, Trump has now been removed from the Smithsonian exhibit on impeachment at the American History Museum. It now says that the only American presidents to be impeached are Andrew Jackson, Richard Nixon, and Bill Clinton, which, as we all know, is blatantly false. The author George Orwell once said, "He who controls the past controls the future, and he who controls the present controls the past." Steve Bannon reminded us after the insurrection that history would be written by the victors. And since Donald Trump is the victor once again, he is apparently in charge of everything, including but not limited to our own reality. So let us be very clear. Donald Trump was impeached by Congress not once, but twice. Once for shaking down a foreign ally for dirt on a political opponent, and once for instigating an insurrection to stop the verification of an election to keep himself in power against the will of the voter. The idea that he could now personally direct a national museum to change an exhibit so it looks as if he didn't do what we know he did is a deeply alarming slippery slope. Put all that in context with the White House attempting to dictate what universities can teach, Republican states telling public schools what they can teach, the White House refusing to greenlight a merger between two giant media corporations unless they agreed to a bias monitor for their news stations to best reflect the White House's version of the facts, and the blanket defunding of public broadcasting, and you start to think the truth is in real danger. I mean, he just said he's going to fire the Commissioner of Labor Statistics because he didn't like the jobs report that came out. Because if he doesn't like the facts, he's going to fire the person in charge of giving us the facts and hire someone who will tell us what he wants us to hear. If the president can simply change history to reflect what he wants it to reflect, if the administration can dictate what news we see, what facts we learn, what knowledge we're given, then we are in deep trouble as a nation. I understand why Donald Trump wants his name off the list of presidents who've been impeached. I imagine he wants his name off another list as well, but he's got the Justice Department on that. But the fact that the Republican Party continues to sign off on this Orwellian retelling of history should be a bridge too far even for the most confident and devoted supporters of the president. This is truly terrifying stuff, and to downplay it in any way does a disservice to us all.